Hello there. Let's play some Final Fantasy XIV, shall we? I think first things first, I'm going to work on getting my Sage levered up. What is Hollows? I honestly don't think Pepsis is anything I'm particularly fond of. So we'll put it there. And Tech and Z from there. I think look good. Yeah, that's right. This way. We'll just get his taken care of. Meanwhile, there we go. While I'm here, taken care of. Yeah, I got all of that. Harumph. No, we'll deal with that later. Fighting for the future of our lives. Is this what drives you? Oh, Peter, you'll be pleased to hear that in response to my latest report, my superiors have decided to spare no resources in the hunt for Garabedian. A remarkable change of policy given how they once considered the rumors towards only a cursory investigation before being dismissed. But in any event, with their assistance, it's only a matter of time before we find our man. While we await developments, I ask you to continue honing your skills, the better to contend with Garabedian when the time comes. I can't stand to be idle. I will join you if you're not averse. Oh, no, not at all. You'll welcome it, in fact. Peter could go no further with my limited knowledge. He would benefit from your guidance, and I dare say you stand to gain from the experience as well. As to how you might train, may I suggest lending a helping hand to the locals? Our Dravanian hinterlands are home to many treasure hunters. Theirs is a dangerous line of work, and they often find themselves in trouble. If you speak with a representative, Midnight Dew, she should be able to direct you to her fellows who may require assistance. If you're familiar with this Midnight Dew, yes? Lead the way. Oh, yeah, I know exactly where she is. Hello, Midnight. I can call you Midnight, yes? He's with you, I take it. Nothing I can help you with? Well, yeah, I'm looking for some people I can help. Well, you want to help us? Well, it's true enough. Wanting to make quick coin, there's some that bit off more than they can chew. As a matter of fact, a few hunters have yet to return. Had a mind to go and look for them. Reckon you could take care of it in my stead? Oh, yeah, sure. Much obliged. Some especially nasty fiends have been out and about of late, and I'm hoping our friends haven't run afoul of them. Friends, I say, but they're more like family. And family looks after family. Why, that they do. Watch yourselves out there, eh? And thanks again. Oh, yeah, sure.
To think that by subjecting me to the procedure, Galvanian gave me the ability to wield fade magic, the power to heal and to harm. And I will repay his gift by doing just that. With his death, his victims will finally be able to move on. But those are thoughts for another day. Let us be off and see if we can't find these hunters and any fiends that may be stalking them. There we go. Oh, there we go. All right. I'm going to head straight for the first problem, which my bunny senses tell me are over here. Yeah, that treasure hunter. Ugh. Treasure hunter's badly hurt. A little diagnosis spell. There you go, you're better. Thank you. I thought I'd be able to handle the fiends. Oh, how wrong I was. I owe you my life, and you can be sure I'll sing your praises to all who listen. Fare you well. I'm glad I could help. I'm glad we could help her. Spare her family the sorrow. Come, let us continue. No, I hit the wrong button. These adventurers find the toughest battles in the whole place. Yeah, they're lethal. A terrible wound. There's no time for training. I'll take care of it. Are you alright?
What? I'm alive. How? Was it you?
Yes. Well, you were in a bad way, and I...
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh,
My wife, she's with child, our firstborn. I wanted to earn as much coin as I could to provide for my family, but in my haste I got reckless. Took on jobs that were beyond me. Thanks to you, I still have my life, and my family still have me. No more stupid risks. I won't squander the future you've given us. My thanks again, and the 12 bless you.
He's got a lot to live for, doesn't he? I used to dream about the future I'd never get to see, about overcoming my illness and protecting the forest as a woodwarder. It's my duty as the heir of men. Yes, I know that very much. I wanted to repay my people for not giving up on me, my tribe and my master. I allowed myself to hope when I went to Gilvinium, until the dream died once and for all in his laboratory, alongside those who were sacrificed in the pursuit of his twisted ambition. For the betterment of mankind, the depraved field took everything from me. Since then I've been bent upon revenge. Save that there was no purpose for my sage's power. But since meeting you and Layla, I feel as though I'm beginning to understand why the soul crystal was given to me. The hope that all might live to know a better tomorrow. There is warmth and comfort in that. The purpose. I won't fail again. Not when my friends and family need me. Come with me, I will protect them. For that purpose and no other will I use my power. This I swear upon the crystal. Yeah. Soon we must confront Gilvadia. If we are to triumph, we must trust each other with our lives. Are you prepared to trust yours to me? Yes, and I'll protect you too. I'm counting on you. Well, so see to it you keep up. Well, I believe that's enough training for one day. Let's head back to Edelshire. Hopefully Layla's allies have made progress. Yeah, hopefully. Senator.
Senator. Oh, you're both back. Good. I have news to share regarding the hunt for Gildidian. First of all, we've located the villain. With the aid of the fellow operative, we've measured unusual etheric activity in the cave of the Dravanian Forelands. This is where he made his base and holds Mahad and Ansel. The two are alive, and more than that. Well, more than that we could not ascertain.
Hold on, my friends. We're coming for you. We're going to save you.
We've also learned more about Gildidian himself from an acquaintance of his in yesteryear. According to said acquaintance, after graduating from the stadium, Gildidian completed further studies in various fields, semantics most notably. For his skills and knowledge, he was made a professor at the faculty, and it was there that he met his wife, a fellow researcher and talented sage in her own right. But one day she fell gravely ill. Healers of various persuasions attempted to treat her, but her condition deteriorated rapidly, and she passed away not a week later. Gildidian is not the same man after that.
Whatever tragedy he has known, I can muster no sympathy for him. No, nor would you, if you had seen the madness in his eyes, heard the malice in his voice. Mark my words, it wasn't for his wife that he was mourned, but the loss of a valuable resource. That's what he mourned. This is all people are to Gildidian.
So it seems. And whatever reason he may have had, he cannot be permitted to continue his depraved experiments. That being said, we cannot storm his cave just yet. His knowledge of semantics makes him a dangerous opponent, and we must be amply prepared. To that end, I've been working on a countermeasure, and I will take a little longer to complete. Meanwhile, I must ask for your patience and your faith. As much as I wish to save Mahad and Ansel, it would be meaningless if we lost anyone in the process. So please, believe in me.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'll wait. And when all is ready, we'll go and rescue Mahad and the unseen. Yeah. Quest complete. All right. I believe that's everything, so let's go speak with the excitable student. An old Charlayan. To the studio. I'm going to get mended really quick. Oh goodness, definitely needed mending.
That was Alfredo Lavelier, wasn't it? That was Alfredo Lavelier, wasn't it? The Alfredo Lavelier. And he's with his sister, the main Master Bildestian's granddaughter. This can only mean one thing. An event of epic-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word. I don't think I tested the sound. Is sound working? Gee, I hope so. It'd be really embarrassing if it wasn't. There we go. I'm sorry, you said you were looking for the Skylark, yes? Knowing him, he could be anywhere. But Miss Aleppo should have a better idea. Hey there, Kim. Can I call it Kim? Are you lost? Wander in off the street, perhaps. Wait, don't tell me you're the trainee gleaner, fresh off a guild ship. Oh, I'm right, aren't I? Oh, how silly of me. An orientation's in order. Allow me to bid you a warm welcome to the Searchers' Meet. Let me start with the question. What's the most important thing you'll find in the studium? That's right, books. And what's the second most important? Why, it's simple. Everything else. That's what we deal in here in Searchers' Meet. Whenever the students or tutors find themselves in need of equipment or materials, they'll come to us. If we don't have it in our stores, we'll send the gleaners off to find it. Honestly, you wouldn't believe some of the requests we get. Eye of Pesar this and tongue of Gigantoad that. That's enough to make your hair stand on end, which is possibly what some of our students are trying to accomplish, this being a school of magic and all. As our newest gleaner, you'll have your work cut out for you, but I think you'll find it quite rewarding.
The only thing I'm interested in gleaning is information from the Skylark's whereabouts. Now, I've tracked down many miscellaneous knickknacks in my time, but I'm no gleaner. I would be willing, but I'm not one yet.
Oh, so what you're telling me is you're not a gleaner? Oh, yes, that's exactly what you said, isn't it? And you're looking for the Skylark? Oh, I'm afraid we don't have any books on those in stock. But I could... Oh, you mean him? Oh, he was here, but now he's not. I did speak with him shortly before you arrived, though. He said he was on his way to Maker's Meet. Go back the way you came in, and you'll see it on the opposite side of the entrance. It's a laboratory of sorts, home to many rare and expensive curios, not to mention alarmingly frequent accidents. If you lose your way, just follow the blood-curdling screams. In time it's taken me to tell you all of this. The Skylark's probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I have a feeling you'll need it.
Yeah, all right.
Yes, the Visara was here a short while ago. He offered me advice on my current research project. We spoke at length. I don't recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next. When we parted ways, he went down the corridor, perhaps to one of the auditoriums.
Perhaps.
Level 82, which I believe everyone here is level 82. Oh no. It's just Adrologican and Nate. That's it. Darn. Adrologican and Dancer is all we got.
Ah, I remember you.
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Well, I could hardly let that Inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the Annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisoix in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you. I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the Forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye. You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Montoya's prize student. Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the Forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the Forum, I am sworn to secrecy. Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic. As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the Forum.
How is that even possible?
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat.
I do love this music. I have a great day. Thanks.
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology. The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into three forms. Two are of the incorporeal sort, the soul, and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third?
Corporeal ether.
Yes, very good. This is the form with which the layman is most familiar, consumed by even the simplest of daily activities, and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us. This form of ether is in constant flux. In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory. as the two are intrinsically linked. Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it. Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether as comprises the memories.
Memories would be lost.
It would blot out everything that was written.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago.
Right.
And what might that have been?
The calamity.
The seventh Umbral Calamity. The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act. The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Sharlayan prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation. Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace.
Trust me. Trust me is always the words of an untrustworthy person.
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty. Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea. For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean. And our memories drift apart and dissolve, rather defeating the purpose, I suppose. But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form. Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable. Well, I think that's enough education for today, now that I've given you some food for thought. Or rather, an entire banquet. I would remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you. I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldessian, This privilege is extended to you as well, my friend. Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
Key. That's how you pronounce that word. I was pronouncing it quack. You've been granted the run of phenomenon. If you're game, Key Alipo will put your artisanry to good use, which I definitely want to do.
Well, it's given me much to mull over. I feel as if we're one step closer to understanding the form's true motives, and the mysteries of life itself for good measure. It's funny, I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude, only to leave more indebted than before. I have a feeling his friendship and support will be a great boon to us in the days to come. And on that note, let's head back to the annex. Perhaps on the way you could better acquaint yourself with Ki Alipo and the scholar suggested, while I share our findings with Raha.
Learners meet at this public lecture hall. A phenomenon is open to the studying pupils and Sharlayan citizens alike. When prominent professors are scheduled to take the lectern, crowds of aspiring academics and established scholars often fill the room to capacity.
Oh, my love, my light, where have you gone? I'm nothing without you.
What's that?
Oh, I didn't see you there, absorbed as I am with my search. I've lost track of my mammoth, you see. A key asset in my research to many mysteries of Aether. I must have given her Norini's command, or perhaps even jilted her. She's gifted with such a sensitive heart, you know. In any case, it's been some time since I left her to her task. But, please, could you assist me?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I've sent her on an errand near last stand, so you do well to begin your search there. Her aura is unmistakable. Keep an eye out for her elegant figure and her imperious demeanor. Ah, you look like the sort is out and about, performing various feats of daring do and so forth. Why, the son of the outdoors is Regent submit designs for academic uniforms, and the winner will be worn by none other than the members of the forum. The chosen designer became exalted among their peers. Even a lowly student could have their name said in hushed whispers across the studium. I would have such fame for myself. I believe my concept might be the thing to help me win it. I have an image in my mind of a rustic scholar, one who enjoys the open air of wilderness as much as the musty air of the library stacks. In fact, I have already prepared my initial design, which looks to fit your frame perfectly. Would you try it on for me? Then I might see if it conveys the message I have in mind.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Splendid, splendid. Well then, we should find an area where you'll be free to move as you please, as I believe tranquility will be just the location you require. Come, come. Some distant and exotic land, yes? I require a fresh perspective from the next step in my research, if you have a few moments to spare.
Yeah, perhaps.
Do not worry. Nothing too complex will be required from me. I'm planning an introductory class that will educate younglings on the practical applications of etheric energy. I seek opinions of the lesser plan. With any luck, I shall strike a spark which ignites the lifelong love of learning and curiosity. Considering my lofty goals, I welcome honest feedback, even if it isn't entirely possible. Will you help?
Oh, yeah, sure. Thank you, my eager student. Together I dare say we'll build in the future. Pray, visit my colleague in tranquility. A barely Verdangan fellow. His imposing frame belies a brilliant mind.
Oh, it's you. You're the Scarlock who was telling us. You're the one the Scarlock was telling us about. Pieter, yes? Brilliant. Just the man I was hoping to see. As I'm sure you're aware, the Studium is the most prestigious educational institution in all of Charlet, and as such we make a point of only working with the best educators and students. The gleaners we employ are also held to the same high standards, of course, which is perhaps why it's been so difficult to find the assistance we need of late. Surely you understand the trouble of finding competent and capable help. Then you come here suggest that you're willing to lend a hand. No, I'm certain you have much to gain from working with us. So do let me know, should you commit to lending your services to the Studium. I should warn you, however, there's much I would explain ere you begin. So please be certain you have sufficient time to spare.
Yeah, let's go.
Now, allow me to explain our work here. Professors and students from our many faculties gather in such as meet in order to do business with and recruit reputable individuals such as yourself. Allow me to briefly introduce you to those at present. Here we have Boric from the Faculty of Archaeology. He works as an assistant to one Professor Varusha and is currently seeking skilled metalworkers to help restore an ancient relic. And there's Jude, who works with the Faculty of Astronomy. He seems to be looking for an artisan able to work the leather, cloth, and wood, but he wouldn't tell me much more than that. He's awfully shy, you see. Next we have De Broy, a student studying the Faculty of Medicine. I'm sure she's carrying out research under the supervision of Professor Gervelch. In any case, I hear she's after someone who knows a thing or two about medicine and nutrition. And here's Higeshi of the Faculty of Anthropology. She told me she's searching for botanists and miners at present. From the sound of it, she and Professor Tanker are dealing with a formidable task. Oh, last but not least is Professor Talaktia, an associate professor in the Faculty of Anthropology. He is in need of a fisher to help him conduct research for his thesis. Unfortunately, things do not seem to be progressing well for him at the moment. I'd say those five are the ones most in need of a supplementary aid. I'll leave it to your discretion as to who to choose to help. Although, be forewarned, academics can be something of an odd bunch. Just be sure not to leave anyone in the lurch after you've agreed to help them.
Sure, you got it.
You may now undertake deliveries in the Studium. Speak to those belonging to the institution's various faculties to learn what ails them.
Hooray, job quests. Hey there, Higeshi.
Excuse me, kind sir. Pardon my forthrightness, but might I beg a moment of your time? I work under Professor Tonkin, and I am in search of a capable botanist to assist with his research. That is your professor, is it not? In which case, I wish to discuss potential employment at the Faculty of Anthropology, assuming that is, do you have any interest in our work?
Oh, yeah.
Magnificent. A Searcher's Meet, where we currently find ourselves, is a place where gleaners connect with the faculty and students of the Studium. It allows us to acquire the necessary materials for our studies, and also provides us with a place to store supplies and specimens. And with your help, I believe I may be able to procure what is needed for the professor's research. Of course, such work is predicated on a presumption that Professor Tonkin is decided on a focus for his next project, which sadly he is not.
Would you say he's an indecisive sort?
Oh, that's certainly one way of putting it. If he doesn't hurry and submit a research proposal to the Studium soon, he'll be unable to secure funding for his work. His very tenure could be cut short. It would be a great loss for the Studium, as he's a remarkable scholar. The very definition of calm and collected, till he discovers something that piques his interest. Then his eyes widen and his cheeks take on a rosy hue. Honestly, it's like he regresses to being a young boy. Returning to the topic at hand, your first task will be to procure Professor Tonkin himself. I imagine you'll find him somewhere in the Numenon. If you'd be so kind.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Wonderful. And when you find him, pray offer him a slice of Archon loaf. Like as not, he's forgotten to eat as usual.
Sure, I can do that.
The sheer size of the library can prove daunting at times, but I've spent enough time with the professor to know he's in here somewhere.